Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Welcome back to the show. We are so excited to have Leonetti Bester joining us here, the owner and operator, of Mother Earth Aesthetics from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Welcome to the show today. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well, Jill. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I feel a lot better. I'm not talking to someone who's like in Hawaii. You're experiencing cold temperatures like we are in New York, right?
Yep. You got it. You got it.
Well, we're excited to meet you today. And just to start off, how can your listeners reach you? Would you mind sharing your website and phone number?
Absolutely. So, of course, to stay hip and new, we can be reached on all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And the website is www.mearadiance.com. And telephone number is 260-255-6557.
Beautiful.
And the social media is just Mother Earth Aesthetics, and you'll find us.
All right. Well, we're excited to talk about all the services that you offer, but quickly just give us an overview, and then I want to find out more about you. But I know you're doing skincare, body care aesthetics, and so much more. So give us a little overview as to what Mother Earth Aesthetics is all about.
Okay, so what we're all about is tailoring our services to each guest. So we're not a cookie cutter type of aesthetic suite. Mm-hmm. Everything is detailed as far as your consultation, and then we'll map out where you are, what your goals are, and also kind of dive in a little bit to how we can maintain your results. So what we do offer are customized facials for any type of skin that you can think of, whether it's acne, aging, rosacea, normal, you name it, we have it. We have over 20 protocols that we can pick from. So there's something for everyone. We also do intimate skincare lightening for like the underarms, knees, elbows, the intimate areas, of course, the body sculpting, body contouring, cellulite reduction. We do dermaplaning, chemical peels, and we're just starting to get into some post-operative care as far as recovery with the massages and things like that.
Amazing. Well, we're going to go more in depth in just a few moments, but now I want to get to know you. I read that you wanted to be a runway model growing up, right? So clearly you were into looks and presence, and you must have had that confidence, and you still do today. So tell us a little bit about growing up and, your life and how you got into this field, because I know you were going to school, doing nursing. Tell us that story if you don't mind.
Yeah. So, growing up, of course, I wanted to be a runway model. I was into, all of the top models and things like that. And
am I going to be really jealous? Are you like 5'10"?
No, I'm only like 5'4", and I like to add on the quarter to that too. So just to give me a little bit more height.
Absolutely. There was like Kate Moss. She was tiny too. So it's possible, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, I watched a lot of everything that was on fashion, the fashion networks. I like the home interior design type of shows, just anything aesthetic. I loved it. And when it came to being fashionable, I tried to make my own clothes and things like that, but that was a hot mess. So it wasn't for me, needless to say. So then after that, I kind of got into nursing after working with aesthetics. Well, let me back up. So I went to school for aesthetics after high school. I tried the college thing. College wasn't for me when I was 18. So I'm like, what do I really want to do? So 18 years old, kind of trying to find my own way, not really sure what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, since clearly a runway model wasn't it. I went back to school for aesthetics. So that was over 20 years ago, and I dove into cosmetology. I got my license in aesthetics. I got my license as a beauty culture instructor.
Wow.
And I have worked in the industry doing all three of those within my scope of my licenses. And so still being very young, I didn't have the ambition or fire behind my butt really to be a true entrepreneur and make a great living for myself. So I went back to school for nursing, and that was over 10 years ago. So I've been working as a nurse for the past 10 years, and I've done everything from bedside nursing to I was a director of nursing for a ophthalmology surgery center. So I've done a lot within my career. But then I just kind of gotten, a little bored with the nursing part of taking care of the sick. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to take care of people in a different type of light, So I'm like, what
Amazing.
can I do?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I have my skincare license. I can do that. So it was, matter of fact, last year, September, my sister and I, we had gone out of town together and we were having like brunch or something like that. And we were talking, she's a traveling nurse as well. And so we're both like, man, I kind of want to do something different within nursing, but not be at the bedside. So I'm like, you know what, sis, I think I'm going to start my own business. So literally within a month in September, I was ready to go. Like I signed up for my
Wow.
LLC. That was pretty much all she wrote. And then March of 2024, I had my grand opening, and here I am today.
Congratulations.
Thank
Wow. What
you.
a
Thank
story. What a
you.
journey. Always in the field of
Yeah.
helping people. And you're
Yeah.
gorgeous as ever. You're your own runway
Oh,
model. I
thank
pretend
you.
too,
Oh,
right? When I walk around, but no, it never happens.
yeah. Yeah.
But so nice. This is amazing. So, also, if you don't mind sharing with us, I was reading your notes earlier. Did you want to share any other personal information, any family, anything else? Like who's your
Sure.
mentor? Who
Yeah.
would you say kind of inspired you into this career?
Okay, so, well, I didn't really have an inspiration for the beauty industry per se. That was just me always kind of having the affinity of loving beauty, loving making people, feel their best and confident within themselves. You don't have to look like a runway model, to be gorgeous. It's how you feel. Sometimes we need to just take some time to ourselves and that makes you feel beautiful.
Yeah.
So truly love being a part of that, within people's lives.
Oh.
And as far as my personal life, I am married. I got married to my wonderful husband New Year's Eve of 2020. So during the pandemic, it was wild. We had a nice little intimate wedding in our home. We decorated it gorgeous. It was so beautiful. And we now have two gorgeous children, two girls. She'll be 3 in February, and the other is just 10 months. So I
Wow.
think I got a late start in life with like everything. But like one of my favorite quotes, I wrote it down because I don't always remember it, but one
No,
of my
that's
favorite
okay.
quotes,
Please go
it
ahead.
says, it may take a while, but what is meant for you will always find its way to you. So, that's one of my favorite quotes, getting a late start in life, getting a late start with having children and business. But, here I am and I couldn't be more happier.
God bless you. I'm 46. I have a 7 and 9-year-old. I started late myself. All my friends' kids are like in college, but
Yeah.
everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a path, and it makes us unique and obviously individual. So thank you for sharing your backstory. And now I want to get
Yes.
into your front story. Does that even make sense? I never used that
Yes.
before. It's your friends. It's your story. We're going to talk about
Uh-huh.
all the work that you're doing here. Again, that's mearadiance.com. And
You
did
got
you
it.
want to start, as far as, the body and overall care of what you offer? Because again, I was reading, obviously the body sculpting, I think was first on the sheet, but you tell me where you want to begin, sweetie.
Yeah, I think body sculpting is a great thing just because people I feel are so concerned about their body, want to get back into shape. And a lot of times the women that I do encounter, they are the women who,
Yeah.
one, have just had babies and can't get rid of that pooch.
Oh,
Or two,
most of us.
they're in the gym and no matter what they do, they still can't get rid of that pooch.
Yeah.
So that's what body sculpting is here for. It's 100% safe, it's effective, it's backed by science, and that is coming from nursing background. That is so important to me.
Can you share the process of what it is? People might not even
Yeah.
understand what body
Yes.
sculpting is. I've heard of it myself, but yeah, could you share?
Absolutely. So what I do in my aesthetic suite is fat cavitation. So I use a combination of 3 different modalities using heat.
Okay.
So essentially what the first tool does, the fat cavitation, that's going to liquefy the fat in your body. And you will hear ringing in your ears, but that's the low vibration signal that's kind of shattering the fat within your body. And the second modality, I use radio frequency. And what that's going to do is skin tightening. It helps with skin tightening as well as collagen production. So that way we can kind of snap back that loose skin. So that way it's still not hanging once we kind of get rid of that fat.
Oh.
And then the third modality I like to use is the vacuum. And that kind of sends a little pulse throughout the body to help kind of stimulate the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is so important throughout the process because that's what's going to send the fat out of the body.
Ooh.
So you're going to urinate it out. Yeah, it's so cool.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Yes. And people notice results after the first session. So.
Wow! And I was going to ask, well, how many sessions do you need? How long is it? What can your patients expect? What does it feel like? And we'll talk about the safety as well behind it because I know you know the science behind it, and you mentioned it's safe, so that's a good thing.
So essentially, what they can expect is, well, I'm so sorry. What was the first question? I'm just so excited.
Me too. I was on a roll too. It was about body sculpting. Basically, how many sessions do you need?
Oh, yes.
How long is each session? I think I asked. And we'll talk more in a sec. Go ahead.
Yep. So the number of sessions to expect. Well, I always like to tell people that everybody's body is different. It's going to respond different to treatment, but no matter what, without a doubt, as long as you do your part, it is going to work. That's just the nature of the beast with body sculpting and with fat cavitation on what I do. So typically, textbook speaking, we typically say between 6 to 12 sessions, people will start to see different results. How long does results last? Again, that's totally up to you. What I am doing is shrinking the fat cells. I'm not getting rid of the fat cells. So that means there is a potential for that fat to come back. But as long as you're drinking your water and eating a well-balanced diet and doing just a little bit of exercise, it doesn't have to be anything strenuous, then the results can last for as long as you're doing your part.
Awesome.
Yep. As what you will experience, everyone always either they fall asleep or they tell me, man, this is so relaxing. Like I'm telling you, my sweet, it is such a vibe in there. Like it's wonderful. Like everything is such a rhythmic type of movement. And it's effective, you know? So the only kind of pitfall to the treatment, again, is that ringing in your ears.
Okay.
Because it's sending that vibration through your body. And for some reason or another, you can hear it through your ears. But it's not uncomfortable, but that's kind of the only little con.
Beautiful. And I just love to say this, gentlemen, especially if you're looking for something for your wife, your significant other, your girlfriend, these are the things that we want. As a woman, we want facials. We want our bodies contoured. We want Botox. We want to look good and feel good. So it's always for me, when someone asks me what I want, I always say, you know, it's about me. Like, I don't want jewelry. I don't want clothes. I want treatments like this. I want to look and feel better. And this is the time of the year. So obviously, you know, you're based out of Indiana. To be specific, exactly what is your address there in Fort Wayne?
Fort Wayne. It's 5532. I'm so sorry. I was getting ready to give you my personal address. Isn't that so funny? It's 923 North Crest Shopping Center, and we are located in the North Crest Business Center.
Beautiful. Well, holiday gift cards, everyone, and there's also specials and deals. I did look before, and there's packages available on your website for different sessions. And as you go up, obviously, you're saving more money, which is great. So, great idea here for the holidays, everyone. But overall, do you recommend about 6 sessions usually, or
Usually 6, yes, just to kind of test the waters to see how everyone responds.
Okay.
And then we can move from there.
Wow, this is awesome. Okay, but there's still so much more. We can talk about your facials. We could talk about the people you're helping with the intimate skin lighting. There's post-operative care. You're helping people after surgeries. There's LED therapy, chemical peels. I mean, we can go on. And this is our first show. So I want to know what you wanted to address next and tell us.
Oh, gosh. How about let's just dive into, we can do intimate skin lightening because that seems to be like people are concerned about it, but maybe too shy to talk about it. They don't know how to go about getting that done.
Okay,
So, yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah. So usually the darkness that we see, like maybe under our armpits and maybe, our private areas,
Yes.
a lot of that, yes, comes from like hyper friction. So when our clothes rub against us, sometimes when we shave, things like that. And even sometimes like eczema or psoriasis, or sometimes, that can cause some skin darkening in those areas too. So the product I use for that is called Piranha, and it is specifically a pill made specifically for those intimate areas. So it's very gentle, but the key to that is at least 3 treatments and home care to kind of enhance those results. So, yeah.
Amazing. Well, also, let me ask you, what about, you're working with women of color and a light skin as well. So like, because there's, what about the other side of it? Like I have melasma, right? So I have light skin, but then I have the dark spots. Does this technique work in lightening that as well? Or is that something totally different?
It could. However, I would specifically recommend a peel on the facial aspect of things, and not necessarily one that's meant for the intimate skin lightening. There are tons of different pills that we can use for the face that's a little bit different than the intimate skin lightening.
Got it. Okay, good to know. But your facials, now, what type, and you're also using LED light therapy, which I think can help with the skin. What is that exactly?
So LED therapy, what that's going to do, I have 3 different lights. I have a red, yellow, and blue light. The red light, what that's going to combat is like your anti-aging. So if you're looking to produce more collagen, if you're looking for anti-wrinkle, that sort of thing, then I'm going to stick you underneath that red light. That's my indicator to put you under that red light. The blue light is for my people who have like are acne prone, who have cystic acne, who have a lot of bacteria on the face.
Okay.
That blue light is going to combat that. So it helps with oil production. So if you're an oily gal or guy, the blue light will help with that. And then the yellow light, that one is more for like skin brightening, glowy skin, that sort of thing. So it's really fun. Like I take a lot of pictures with my LED, when they're under that, and it looks so cool. It's just the coolest thing.
Oh my goodness. Well, I love this line of work you're in. Clearly, I just want to point out though, in 2024, are we seeing a lot of men clients come in too for these treatments nowadays? We keep speaking about the ladies, but hey, also fair game for men. What are some of the top things that men come in for, by the way?
So funny enough, I haven't really gotten very many men clients, but the ones that I have, they do the facials. So I think that's becoming a little bit more popular in my area, but not so much. I mostly see the ladies.
Got it. All right. Well, what are the things that are popular and some of your best sellers? Again, there's so many things. And by the way, she has loyalty reward program. Just want to point out, if you are tuning in now, Mother Earth, could you just share the website again? It's mearadiance.com. And if someone wants to reach out, would you mind just sharing that phone number?
Absolutely. 260-255-6557. And also for the holidays, we have 30% off of all of our packages.
I saw that.
For customized facials, body sculpting, intimate skin lightening. And I will say with the body sculpting, you get 30% off of your package and a free waist trainer. So we haven't had a deal like this all year.
What is a waist trainer, by the way? I see like the Kardashians always. Tell me what's happening there. Is it really? It's clearly working.
Yes. I love waist trainers. So what they do, it's a compression type of device. And what it's going to do is help contour your body, as well as help like initiate sweat as you work out, or even if you just want to wear it to the grocery store. I highly recommend it. Because what that heat is going to do is kind of help, again, mold the body and help further liquefy that fat so you can get rid of it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. And then, I also saw if you buy gift cards, there's even like a deal on gift cards. You can get more for your money, right? If you buy the gift cards.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you got it.
All right. Well, also, there's plenty of other, things that you offer, different services, shall I say. Is there anything in particular you want to kind of dive into as well?
If we can circle back to body sculpting, I do want to point out, I don't think we got to the safety issues
You're right.
with
Look at
that.
you.
So I do want to be clear because, body sculpting is great, but however, it's not safe for everyone. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that. So typically, people who have uncontrolled high blood pressure and uncontrolled diabetes are not candidates. And if you do have those things, which pretty much everyone does, I would advise getting clearance from your medical doctor. So that way, we're kind of in the clear. And also for people who have non-removable hearing aids, because again, remember, it's sending that vibration through the body and we can risk rupturing your eardrums. So we don't want to do that.
Okay.
On those types of guests. Mm-hmm.
Got it. And then, there's also, you can do individual body parts for the sculpting, right? Like thigh, you could do a full body, or is it thighs? Is it stomach? What are the common areas that you do use?
Common areas, without a doubt, hands down, are the abdomen and flanks. So, but we can do the arms, we can do the thighs, we can do the back. We can do, with cellulite reduction, of course, I do, the back of the thighs and the glutes. I think that hits it. Yes.
Got it. I love it.
And I do breast and buttock lifts too. I forgot about that.
Whoa. What's that?
Yeah. So that's where you kind of, it's not going to give you a big booty Judy type of thing. Okay. But what we do is put two little suction cups on your bum, and it kind of pulsates to stimulate your glutes. Okay. And it'll kind of give you a nice round butt. Yeah. Ooh. And to an extent for the breast, we can just lift those babies right up.
Wow. Yeah. And what about, do you also do the muscle stimulation treatment?
No, I don't do that. Okay. No, I don't have that type of machine.
Got it. But we want to lose the fat. Then get the muscle, go to the gym. All right. Well, we have just 3 minutes left on the show, and there's still so much that I know you have to offer. I was reading earlier, too, about, you mentioned the butt and the breast, but what about the neck lift, right?
Yes.
That's something, too, right? And what about the underarms? My son is 7, and he just started playing with this, and I'm like freaked out. I'm like, I used to do that to my grandma, but I'm like, oh my gosh. Yep.
Yep. We can tighten that right up. And that's a big thing too, under the neck. And I do a lot of microcurrent as well for that, to kind of lift the face.
Ooh,
as well. Now that's temporary, but microcurrent, it kind of stimulates. It's like muscle pulsating for your face. Now we can't do it on your neck, but I do use a radio frequency for that, for skin tightening. But with the radio frequency, it just, just nicely contours your face.
Oh, my goodness. Well, beautiful work you do. And that's another thing on the website. It's always good to see, the before and afters. And you could do that on social media, right? Yes. And again, just want to remind everyone to reach out to you. What are the best forms of contact? And again, holiday specials in effect.
You got it. So the best way, either call or text, again, 260-255-6557. And if we aren't available, just feel free to leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Always excited, to talk to you like this and to get to know you. And I hope people do reach out. Obviously, where you're based. Let's just remind everyone that of the address again there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. What is it?
Yes, 923 North Crest Shopping Center, and it's in the North Crest Business Center right behind Kohl's and Best Buy.
Love it. And again, go to social media, look her up, go to the website, Mother Earth Aesthetics, and thank you for being here. Hope we get to chat again.
Yeah, thanks, Jill. It was a pleasure being here.
Same here, Leonetti. Thank you so much, and happy holidays to you and to all of our listeners. Please stay tuned. More of the shows coming right up. Have a great day.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
You must have thrown 1,000 pitches teaching him to hit a home run. Spent countless Saturdays running routes so he could learn to hit an open receiver. Endless afternoons teaching him how to hit the three-pointer. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit? Teaching boys that all violence against women is wrong is one of the most important things a man can do. Learn how to start the conversation at teachearly.org. Brought to you by Futures Without Violence and the Ad Council.